What's going down, everyone? And if you are back, you are here for the patch notes. Brand new update just came in for No Man's Sky, and for people that are on console, they weren't getting the 2.09 variants that PC was getting from Sean Murray and the Hello Gaming thing, and they've been quiet. This has actually been very interesting that they waited to the very end of the month to roll over to the new September and roll out with a new patch note. This was very decadent, about 12 gigabytes of what we're going to be able to be covering, and as I have some gameplay already kind of playing in the background, let's go ahead and dive in. Now, first and foremost, one of the things I like to point out directly inside of here is how to get the actual physical patch. It's not that hard at all. You can just go over here if you haven't already. Personally, myself, I check this almost every single time I log in. So for instance, I go here, like for instance, let's see, I hope this doesn't trigger it, but there's a possible point that there could be a Days Gone update, and I could have to set up for this afterwards, but luckily there's not. It's probably a new challenge, but they just tethered it inside of there. But as you can see up here inside of notifications, mine's already been downloaded, and you can very easily check on one of the cooler things that I liked about this company that's really great is the update history. And you can see that it says referenceably to go directly to their site. So let's go ahead and journey over. Here we are. We're over here on the No Man's Sky site, and at this point in time, one of the things that we're basically going to be covering inside of there is the news and what Sean Murray and the rest of their team has kind of scrolled in. Let's scroll up, and before we go back down to all these lovely fixes that we've basically gotten into with September 5th, and they basically have their interlude on the very top. But let's go ahead and dive in on what they fixed, because, well, 11 gigs, that's a lot of decadent data that they're being rearranged or fixed inside of there. Bug fixes include the speed at which the text and the alien interception and the print after clicking and moving to the interaction on. So there are going to be a little bit more situations where it speeds up. Maybe a lot of people were just in downtimes where like, hey, that's just unnecessary. At least they kind of tended to that. Now, cutting down the amount of text in the interactions as well, and the allowing the players to exchange multiple pieces of navigation data at a time at the cartographer. So like one of the things that you're going to basically get inside there, seems like those in general standpoints, they kind of fix that, and they're miling over the update. Now, if you're on a rush and you don't have time to spend with me like kind of showcasing a little bit of the patch right here, I do have the link of it down below in the description, that you can just reach out directly and check it out if you can speed reader and you just want to get through that whole portion. I do supply that on the very bottom, but if not, you can always stick to, and we can basically get to the very bottom and see what we can uncase together. Now, fix an issue that caused the portion of the significantly lower rate on the other gases. So if you weren't getting a lot of the situation of this element in general standpoint to be extracted and being significantly lower, and I did notice that a lot of the element shakeups, even with sulfuring and others that were just directly there, it wasn't just like, it was very unbalanced. So it was nice that they actually took a fourth, I guess, justifiable cause to fix that for people that have been like, playing the game very religiously with the Hello Games and No Man's Sky. Now, fixed an issue that caused minerals to extract to fail to work when placed on the rare mineral hotspots such as gold. That would suck. Fixed an issue that caused all the technology installed on the freighters to be filled with the incorrect products. That would be really annoying, especially if you spent a lot of time building those up and fixing it and making it really cream of the crop. Fixed a number of issues in the driver warning boxes that could occur when all available drivers were out of date. So if you didn't update your No Man's Sky, shit's kind of basically meltdown. You should be always updating No Man's Sky. Seriously, it relies on updates. And this, I mean, all funniness aside, but seriously, update your game. You should. Fixed a rare memory corruption issue. Fixed an issue where the mod warning of the low disk space in the situation of warning could be caused a soft lock in the VR. So those are a little bit more of like detailed portion for like the actual Oculus or other games that are basically supplying the 3D portion of what No Man's Sky has kind of blossomed into, which is really cool. I like how they offer that nowadays. It's pretty chill. Now, this patch also brings the previous fixes to the console that weren't really talked about inside of the portions of the variants of the 2.09 of the No Man's Sky Beyond updates. Now, they fixed a number of issues where technology was not being correctly detected in the exosuit in the starship after being moved around or between inventories, and includes an unable recharge and hazardous protection. Fixed an issue that was caused by the starships to vanish when landing on the space station in the system with a high number of ambient freighters. Fixed a number of the input issues that were causing free scaling and rotating the base's parts unavailable. Oh, I think I know what they're talking about. It's actually kind of like the Fallout engine. It's just very buggy, but like I'm glad they addressed that. That's kind of cool. Fix an issue that was causing players in a non-Euclid galaxy to lose or fail to add the teleport destinations. Fixed a number of issues where the refinery UI, including the increased and decreased amount of buttons not to work. Fixed an issue that could prevent the portal glyphs being learned from travelers in the interactions. Oh man, that would suck. Could prevent. You always want to learn in this game. Fixed an issue that could be caused a long delay when handling missions on the new board. So there's definitely a lot of stuff that they brought to the table, which is going to be really cool for them fixing in this situation. Let's go ahead and scroll down a little bit more, and we can get to the portion of what they added: a number of missing base parts to the construction research, as well as a fixed number of snapping issues with landing pads, the fixed number of snapping and placement issues in the medium refineries, and the fixed number of base part snapping issues that occurred only in multiplayer. Fixed an issue that was causing the planetary north and south pole compasses marks to be invisible, and improved the messaging when completing the missions at the Nexus to make it clear where you will be when you exit the star space anomaly. Now, made a number of cosmetic improvements to the automated creature milking. Oh my gosh, Sean Murray, are you guys running out of things to fix? I'm pretty sure you got plenty of things to fix, but I guess Sean added that one to the list. He is obsessed with that function. It's really hilarious. Fixed an issue that caused freighters and upgrades to cost far too much salvage in the freighter modules. Let's go ahead and scroll down to the HUD, as well as what they fixed in the HUD is the markers and the players in your group, the constant colors. Fixed an issue that caused the teleporters on the space anomaly to not show the screenshot of the available base. Fixed a number of visual issues with the space anomaly teleporters UI, including the tidying and the presentation of the mission icons, including a fix in a number of issues around the entering and exiting the space anomaly while the Nexus on mission. So it just seems like the space anomaly's kind of been a little bit buggy, as well as they fixed the issue that is where the base and the overseer would not start automatically in creative mode after placing a terminal. Fixed a number of cases and incorrect texts with viewing the faction rewards from the mission boards. Fixed an issue where the depots in the Gex system had an incorrect number of hit points. Added a specific HUD marker for the biological horrors. Those are really great fixes, and it seems like they've added a ton of lots. So this is definitely worth about the download that a lot of people are probably already digging into or finding out that they have inside of their physical update box. It's going to take a second, but it'll be worth it if you're a No Man's Sky player and love the game. Removed an incorrect warning about transferring cargo that occurred when purchasing a freighter, as well as they includes the power of the Blaze Javelin, increases the power of the infrared knife accelerator. So basically they're going to make them a little bit more useful in that situation. Now, if you're experiencing a bug that's not going to be on this list at the very end, or if you have any questions, you can definitely drop a comment. I'm curious about what the community of No Man's Sky is experiencing from Xbox, PlayStation to PC Master Race. We all have our specific portions of what we've been experiencing in the situation. So if you definitely do have something along that lines, I'd like to hear, as well as there is an outlet that you can hit them up on their bug forum on I believe their Reddit. I think so. I'll look into that, but if I'll try to help you if worst comes to worst, if there's something like very serious. But this would be the time that you want to hit them up. In fact, actually, probably the more official thing would be on the very bottom of the page of this one. Just hit this link, go to No Man's Sky, go to the bottom of this page, and there should be a link. But let's move on. What they basically have fixed past that portion of the javelin and the accelerated portion of the knife is the removing of the debug information from the photo mode of the screenshots. They attempt to restore the lost freighters and the save games that were afflicted by the freighter delete bug, fixed a crash that would occur when deleting the legacy base parts, improved the VR specs and the anti-aliasing, and reducing the graphic memory use to improve stability. Now that's actually pretty useful because this game's been expanded so many times now. Like they're basically tuning it up to tune it down, to tune it up to tune it down, and that's usually the dance they do between the variants of the sagas that they introduce. Now, moving on past that, they fixed an issue where transferring the valuable treasures, such as an ancient bones, to another player would result in invalid products. Fixed an issue where the shuttle doors had incorrect icons on the building menus. Fixed an issue where the Gek players would float when sitting on the ground. And added a resource message when dismantling the base parts. Fixed an issue that could cause the infinite number of creature palettes to spawn in creative mode. Fixed a memory leak related to the Starship and Exograph, and when in VR, removed a number of settings that have no effect in VR. Very nice. They're making it less confusing. That's pretty cool. We're almost about halfway done. More than halfway, actually. Adjust the base parts for the improved performance in a larger base. Made player base buildable in the sofa sittable. Fixed an issue that caused dismantling notification boxes to also perform an in-game action like firing grenades. Oh, that is hilarious. If anyone has a clip, please clip that down below. I want to see that. Fixed a number of issues that would prevent the hydroponic tray to work from the base power. Fixed a issue where the pressure switch was not able or was not available in the creative mode. Fixed the health and the power shield station not receiving the power abroad freighters, and then fixed the issue that caused the batteries and solar panels not to attach correctly to the building rooftops. Fixed an issue that caused the animals not to drop the motorite when killed, and I've had that issue. That's actually been something that's been around for quite some time, so that's kind of cool that they addressed that even inside this game. It seems like enough people kind of complained about it or came back and was just like, hey, it's an issue, and they're like, okay, that's cool, we can fix that. As we go down to the very tail end of this patchable point, is they fixed an issue that prevents motorite from being placed in the nutrient processor. Improved handling of the camera in tighter spaces. Very nice, I like that. Fixed a number of very specific missions and dialogues that follow the problems in multiplayer. Adjust the VR UI for the fleet terminal. Updated the icon in the noise box. Tweaked the UI in the, I haven't met that robot yet. That's probably part of the whole thing with the Polo or Nada, I would assume. But they fixed that directly portion for that robot interfaceable point. Fixed the issue causing the text clip to be notification boxes. And then fixed the issue that prevents the rewards from being seen when handling the missions boards and instead held for the games on the screen with no UI. So it adjusts the speed of the scrolling text and the more that was kind of bleak, I guess. More readable, yeah, but like what? I guess that's just straight to the point, but I feel like I'd want more information on that tiny bit. But fixed an issue that caused the tip about the crystal fragment to appear for players who had no crystal fragments. Let's see here. Fixed a number of loading issues on specific planets. That was an issue, definitely, for sure. I like how they loading. It's just their own loading version. Fixed a number of collision issues with space anomalies. Fixed an issue that could be caused an exotic ship to hide in the wing and their reacted landing gear. What the hell? That's really weird. Fix an issue that caused players' cameras to intersect with the freighter hangar. That was something that I actually had a lot. It was actually the only way I would be able to dock in and be like half the ship would be in there, but when it parked, it was fine. Fixed an issue that caused the trade terminal on the freighter to intersect with the floor. Fix apply to the new terminal, and the old terminal will be to the response manually. Oh, interesting. Let's see here, as we scroll down to the very bottom, you can see where the bug report is, where you can file if you need to. Fixed a number of graphical issues aboard the freighter, made a series of small geometrical optimizations to the interior of the space anomaly, fixed the soft lock and the specific interactions in the planetary factories, fixed the crashes that afflicted the large bases, yes, and then fixed the crashes that occurred when the game is shutting down, sweet, fixed the crashes in the Sentinel quad navigations, oh no, the Sentinels have gone mad again, fixed the issue that could cause black squares to appear when damage of numbers were turned off. How weird. Fix a crash that could occur if an NPC tried to walk into an invalid location. Yay for Explorer NPCs. And then fixed a rare crash memory allocation issue. And then the internal improvements to the crash reporting. And then you can see right here where this is selectable, and you can go over here and just report what you need to, as you can directly go to that situation of Hello Games and report. But this is me, MacGyver 7th, reporting on the news, saying thank you so much for sticking tuned for today's patch note and update information for No Man's Sky. If you're new to the network, go ahead and drop a like if you've enjoyed this at this point in time, and drop a comment. Very curious to see what your adventures are in No Man's Sky and how you're journeying around. And if you join the network today, I will find ET and put him in a basket, and we'll go on a journey, and then I'll film it, and it'll be my No Man's Sky episode. I don't know, you'll have to subscribe to find out. But all humor aside, as fun as that would be, I thank you so much for spending your time with the network, and I will see you guys and gals in the near future for more content provided for free for you guys and gals. All I gotta do is subscribe. It's absolutely free. Anyways, I'll see you guys and gals in the near future, and it seems like the screen was just off by a little bit, maybe? I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping out. I need to go to bed. Alright everyone, you take it out. A great day and good information, and I'll see you in the future.